Well, in the 2026 draft, the Chicago Bulls just landed at number 4 in the draft lottery, moving up from number 9. The Chicago Bulls got the exact type of draft luck that helps jumpstart a rebuild. Who's going to be on Bryson Graham's board? We'll talk about it all and more right after this. What's going on, Bulls fans? Welcome to another episode of Chicago Bulls Central, your number one spot for everything Chicago Bulls related. I'm the host there, Hayes, but more importantly, you guys can follow the channel at Bulls Central Pod on every social media platform we happen to be on. With that said, let's go and get into this content for today, y'all. And the Chicago Bulls just moved up into the draft lottery and will be picking at number 4. They move up 5 spots from having the 9th best odds in the lottery to move up to number 4. The Bulls have not had lottery luck like this in quite a while now. We know that with the number 4, the last time we had the number 4 overall pick, we selected Patrick Williams. Luckily, Arturas Karnisovas will not be the one making this draft pick. It will be the first pick of Bryson Graham. So it's going to make it really interesting for that. So with that said, the commonly 4 players mocked to go in the top 4, AJ DeBonsa, Darren Peterson, Cam Boozer, and Caleb Wilson. Now, if you guys were watching after the draft lottery concluded, they mentioned how there are some people that are even talking about Caleb Wilson going as high as number 2. I don't know if I believe that. I think there's some posturing going around when it comes down to it. The Bulls sit in a really good position to where they get to sit back and draft the player out the top 4 that falls down to them. That could be, I don't think it's going to be AJ DeBonsa. It could be Cam Boozer or Caleb Wilson. I think AJ DeBonsa and Darren Peterson are probably locked in to go number 1 and number 2, but never overlook that there's a chance for something unexpected to happen at any point in the draft, and maybe that could be where the Chicago Bulls do land at a different pick. But as it stands right now, the Chicago Bulls are likely to pick between Cam Boozer and Caleb Wilson. That's probably the route that this is going to go. With the Memphis Grizzlies, who pick at number 3, the Washington Wizards are picking at number 1, and the Utah Jazz are picking at number 2. When you look at the needs of those specific teams, the only team that I really think is probably not going to go board in it is maybe the Utah Jazz. The Jazz could go a different route with it as they've drafted guard, 2 out of the last 3 years, I believe. So we'll see what happens in regards to that one. So maybe they don't go Darren Peterson. But overall, I think that even with the Memphis Grizzlies there at number 3, we know that they do need a new power forward with Jaren Jackson Jr. after his trade there. There has been some talk of maybe Keaton Wagler moving into the top 4, stuff like that, but I don't think the Bulls are going to overthink it to that degree. Caleb Wilson, 6'10", 215 pounds, averaged 19.8 points per game last year. I think there's a high probability the Bulls are just going to take Caleb Wilson, and then they'll have their 4 duo of the future with Caleb Wilson and Miles Buzelis at the 3 and the 4 respectively, and then you go forward with that one. But, overall, I would not be surprised if maybe the Bulls do look at to reach maybe on somebody, maybe. But overall, I think that's going to be there. Cam Boozer is another option for the Chicago Bulls, absolutely at number 4. If they take him, they take him. I have my personal issues with Cam Boozer. That's my personal stuff there. I've said that I would seriously consider, maybe taking somebody else if he does fall to number 4. But if the Bulls do take him as well, 18 years old, he'll be 19 by the start of his NBA season, 22 points, 10 rebounds last year. He is a really good defender as well. He does give effort on that defensive side of the ball, unlike his dad did at the NBA level. So I think in regards to whether it's Caleb Wilson or Cam Boozer, the Bulls are going to get a two-way potential player out of it. Now, Caleb Wilson, his shooting is real spotty. That's the biggest knock on him is his shooting comes and goes. He's going to have to really work on that. Now, if he's at the 4 at the next level, that shooting may not be as big of a deal, especially with Modest growing as a 3-point shooter as well. But when you look at it with Cam Boozer, if he does fall to number 4, he shot the ball 39% from 3. Now, didn't take a huge amount of threes, but he did shoot 39% from 3, taking less than 4 per game, if I'm not mistaken. I think he took about 3 3-pointers per game, 3.5 somewhere in regards to that one. So listen, a good vibes happen. If this would have happened and AK would have still been the guy running the Chicago Bulls, I have no doubt that I would not have faith in the Bulls, regardless of where they pick at. So at the end of the day, I would take Caleb Wilson as a two-way player, my personal opinion. There's a lot of my concern with Cam Boozer. But, hey, Cam is so young. he can turn some things around. He could prove some things differently as well. You're not gonna knock it also, but Cam Boozer isn't my favorite guy there. He's just not my favorite guy when it comes down to it. So we'll see what's going to happen in regards to that one. See, I agree with this. Cam Boozer's athleticism ain't slapping. Exactly. I completely agree with you on that one. Completely agree with you. Nobody's trading out of number 1 and number 2. Y'all got to stop. Like, oh my Jesus. Never mind. Because y'all, like, fan brain it is. I think Caleb is our guy. Well, I mean, that's if he's not the Memphis Grizzlies guy, right? Like, it depends on if he's still there on the board. And we'll see. We'll see. But I wouldn't mind it at all. Do you consider trading Noah or Leonard Miller if you draft Caleb? No, because Noah's reportedly grew to 7 feet. He may be a center long term. And as far as Leonard Miller, like, Leonard Miller has not shown himself to be a starter. Even if he's a really good reserve player, you still keep that. You still need a forward rotation, right? You need more than just 2 forwards on your team. Leonard Miller has played the 3 and the 4 and some small ball 5. So I don't think that you're going to move off of either one of those guys yet. Keep in mind, what did Bryson Graham say? We're at the ground floor of this thing. We're still trying to figure this thing out. The rebuild is still happening. So I don't think we can make, moves off anybody yet. Keep the young talent, develop the young talent, and we'll see. If Caleb goes 3, who do you take? Man, listen. Again, I'm not the biggest fan of Cam Boozer. I'm just not. I'm going to be 100% honest with y'all. I'm not the biggest fan of Cam Boozer. I would love for him to prove me wrong, though. Like, I would love for him to prove me wrong. I think if you do take Cam Boozer, he's 6'9", 250 pounds. He's ready to go, those type of things. You develop him. It is what it is there. So, we'll see. Hayes, it's 3 a.m. where I'm at. I was generally about to sleep, but sleep can wait. It's time to fucking celebrate. Don't forget, I have my first mini documentary dropping on the channel here in an hour. Now I have to re-record the end part because we got a lottery pick. But yeah, man. Other than that, things are looking really good for the Chicago Bulls. So we'll see how it's gonna go, man. A Cuff is an offensive savant, though. I agree with you, but I do think a Cuff, and not to say that this is a negative thing, but a Cuff is one of those players that if you draft, you kind of have to figure, like, he doesn't fit necessarily with Josh. And again, I'm not saying that to say you don't take him. If you have Darius Cuff as the best player available when you drafted number 4, you fucking take him, right? And I'm trusting Bryson Graham in regards to all of this. I'm trusting Bryson Graham in regards to all of it. As long as we get the best player available at number 4, I'm good. See red. Again, exactly, right? Like, I can have my propensity for one player over another or whatever else it is, but if they end up being the right guy, what did I say on today's daily episode? A front office's job is not to draft the players that fans want to draft. It's to draft the right player, right? So while I may not be the biggest fan of Cam Boozer, if Bryson Graham feels he's the right player and he ends up being the right player, shut me up, right? Shut me up. And that's what it comes down to. But I think this goes another step in help making Chicago Bulls fan base a lot more happy, right? Like, you've seen it. I'm sure everybody's seen it. Bulls fan base generally has been a lot more happy here recently. And I think that says a lot, right? Because they're excited again. Fans are excited again. And there's nothing better than to see Bulls fans when they are excited, man. There's nothing better than that. And I maintain that. I'm not going to back down from that at all. When Bulls fans are excited, this fan base is in such a better place, man. And now we just got to hope that we got the front office that's going to reward that faith that we're giving them and is going to do the right things, make the right moves, and get us out of this hell that AK, and even before, it's not right to say that AK is the only thing that put the Bulls fans in hell, because it's not. Paxson had his part in it. Bill Boylan had his part in it. That's part of what my documentary is about today. But it's good when Bulls fans are happy. It's really good. This fan base is just so much of a better place, not as much of a toxic place when Bulls fans are happy. So let's see what's going to happen in regards to that one. I'm glad we have a potential star because of this pick. Exactly. Like, the Bulls, say what you will about the Bulls. You know what the Bulls did lack? We lacked a star. And I know Josh Giddey fans, we got our star. Josh Giddey's not a star yet. He could develop into that, but he's not a star yet. And so as now you get another piece that could turn into a star for you, let's keep adding talent to this thing. Let's keep figuring out what the hell we're going to be. Let's keep developing this thing on out, because this is a big place and a good place for the Bulls to be in, man. Congratulations, Hayes and Bulls Nation. Wore the Lucky Rose jersey, but only landed number 4, better than number 9. Hey, listen, improvement is improvement, right? I missed another super chat. There we go. From Quentin. Oh, Quentin says, bro, look at AJ's face. He looked pissed off that Wizards got the number 1 pick. I think he wanted the Bulls to get the number 1 pick. I mean, listen, I don't think people trust, like, say what you will about the Bulls fan base. I don't think a lot of people trust the Washington Wizards front office either. So we'll see what happens. Like, I mean, at the end of the day, you got to take the best player available. The Wizards, they won the pick. It is what it is, and we get to see what's going to happen here, man. Keaton Wagler. You take Keaton Wagler at number 4? I'm sure there are a lot of people who would agree with you on that one. I'm sure there are some people that would definitely agree with you on that one. I want Wilson, but how would you feel if the Bulls get Boozer? I'm trusting Bryson Graham until he gives me reason not to. Melvin, yes, you didn't know that the draft lottery was going on, my boy? That's crazy that you didn't know the draft lottery was going on today. Wagler has proved everyone wrong at every step. Just because he doesn't have a 40 vert G's, he's a winner. Who said something about him not having a 40? I don't care what his vert is, right? Keaton Wagler is a dog, bro. Like, and the thing I love about Keaton Wagler is that he just has that mentality. He carries himself like a star. And I don't mean that in like a toxic way. Like you can say some players carry themselves like they're already a star, and you kind of mean that in a negative sense. Keaton Wagler is somebody that goes out there and he puts in that work, bro. He puts in that work. If Peterson can somehow drop to number 4, that would be amazing. I mean, listen, if Peterson drops to number 4, I'm convinced that the Reinsdorfs paid some teams off, or they got some dirt on some people. That's what I believe. I feel like Memphis should take Cam. This may be a little bit of cope, but I feel like Memphis would like more of a scorer in Cam than Caleb. Could be. Hayes, I got a joint for you. Let's celebrate. Oh, I got a half an ounce of wedding cake upstairs, bro. Like, what you mean, bro? What you mean, man? I got some. Where's my Douce? Am I out of Douce? No, here we go. Douce's right here. Matter of fact, let's take a shot at. Everybody. I'm gonna give everybody a chance. Get your shot together. Let's take a shot for the Chicago Bulls moving up in the draft lottery, getting Bryson Graham. It seems like as of right now, the Chicago Bulls' futures are looking up. So for that, for everything that this fan base has been through in the last decade, in the last 6 years, for all the disappointment, all the days that we try to believe in this team, all that type of stuff, go ahead and take a shot. If you got your shot ready, go ahead and take it. Let's do this. Salute. Let's do it, man. Let's do it. So, hey, this is gonna be a good day. It's gonna be a good day, man. So, with that said, I have my first mini documentary on this channel. I've done, for those that don't know, I've been a filmmaker for the better part of half a decade now. I worked on a couple of short films. I worked on Nas's last album, well, the second to last album, and so I have a documentary dropping today on the channel about how the Chicago Bulls lost their way. I hope that you guys all enjoy it. I've dropped nothing like this on the channel before. The closest thing that I've dropped to this is I dropped a Mark Jackson documentary over on NBA Central. I've never done anything like this for the Bulls, and I think this offseason I'm going to be dropping a mini documentary once a month. It's going to be 10 to 15-minute mini documentaries. The next one I'm going to do is what Derrick Rose meant to the city of Chicago. I have other creators that are going to be interviewed and stuff on there. But my first mini doc is dropping. It's dropping in about an hour. An hour and 15 minutes is when my mini documentary is dropping. Y'all make sure y'all tune in. Support the channel. I appreciate everything. This is I'm able to do this type of stuff on the channel. And keep in mind, this is different than what any other Bulls channel is doing. I'm able to do this type of stuff because of y'all and the support that you guys give me. And I do not lose sight of that. I started this show off and this YouTube channel off nothing but passion and love for the Chicago Bulls. I wasn't even dropping daily at first. I'm able to do this. I'm able to live my dream. So many doors have been open to me, and that is because of y'all. I've only just recently started doing a good job of promoting this show on social media. And before then, the show's coming up on our 5-year anniversary. The whole first 4 years of this show has been nothing but growing because of word of mouth from y'all. Y'all supporting me. Y'all giving me love, all that type of stuff. So as we continue now into a new phase of the channel, where we're going to be doing more creative things other than just the daily content, I want to make sure that y'all know this is because of y'all. I do this stuff because of y'all. That's it. The love that y'all give me every single day, the support that y'all give me every single day. I said I want to give, and this isn't to brag. I know this is going to sound like a brag, especially for creatives who aren't as successful, but my first year of doing this channel, the first year, we got barely 1 million views on the channel the first year. We're in April. We're in May now already. The channel for the year of 2026 has already passed 4 million views already in just the first 5 months. The first 5 months of the year. Y'all are amazing. I wanted to keep telling y'all that, man. I can't stress enough. The growth of this channel is because of y'all. And so as we keep adding stuff, it's because of y'all, man. So Bulls got the number 4 overall pick. Let's hope that we get it right. Bryson Graham has another tool to work with. Number 4, number 15. Let's see what the Chicago Bulls do with it, man. I love you guys. You guys are nothing less than amazing. Make sure you guys are following us at Bull Central Pod. You can send us any feedback, questions, comments, concerns. bullcentralpod@gmail.com. Lastly, if you want to leave a text message and our voicemail for the mailbag, the number to do so, 773-270-2799. We're the number 1 spot for everything Chicago Bulls related, but that is thanks to you, lovely and beautiful people. And like I like to end every episode on, go Bulls. Love you guys. And see red if you can, y'all. I think we all seeing red today. Matter of fact, we're going to do one more, but we're going to mix it up. We're going with the Woodford now. As y'all can tell, I love my whiskey. Let's do another shot. This is to y'all. This is to the support. This is to another great offseason and a great season hopefully coming up. And hopefully the Chicago Bulls are finally getting out of this mediocrity that we've been in far too long. Love you guys. Salute. I like the Woodford better. Peace, y'all.
This has been a presentation of the Break Media.